Welcome to How to Find Gold. My name is Prospector Nic, and in this episode we're taking an in-depth look at the new Gold Monster 2000 and the Gold Monster 1000 in a side-by-side comparison. By the end of this video you should have an excellent idea of the performance difference between both models. So if you're in the market for a new Gold Monster or even new to gold prospecting and want to see how these two machines stack up against each other, then you're at the right place. And we're even going to go find a piece of gold too. Hit that subscribe button guys, leave a comment and let's go.
G'day ladies and gents, my name is Prospector Nic from How to Find Gold. Today we're taking a very special look at the Gold Monster 1000 and we're comparing it to the Gold Monster 2000, Minelab's newest entry-level gold detector. The purpose of this video is to help you determine by the end of the video which machine you'd rather spend your money on. So the first question everyone asks me is, Nic, how much do they cost? Well, the original Gold Monster, it's retailing for around about $1,400, depends where you go. The superior machine, the Gold Monster 2000, is retailing for around about $3,000, just shy, $2,990, something like that. It is worth twice as much, but is it twice as good or better? Let's find out. As I hold each detector in my arm, if I had a blindfold on, I couldn't even tell you which one was the heavier one. They weigh almost exactly the same. So Minelab released a 10-inch elliptical coil for this machine, and they're also going to be doing the same for the Gold Monster 2000 as well. So if you don't like a small little 5-inch coil and you think they're a bit too cumbersome to work with, there is a 10-inch elliptical coil coming for the 2000 as well. So at a quick glance at the machine, the first thing I noticed is that the screen is much bigger. I do like a bigger screen. So I noticed that it has pretty much the exact same setup as the original Gold Monster 1000. However, this one has cam lock shafts. So you can slide it in, slide it out, put the cam lock back down, Bob's your uncle, she's good to go. The original one had a screw shaft, which was a little bit annoying to use, but not too bad overall. All right, Gold Monster is in my right hand and the Monster 2000's in my left. So definitely the Monster 1000 started up a bit quicker on that one, didn't it?
Yeah, way quicker.
Yep. Okay, the Gold Monster 2000, I should say, only has one extra feature, which is this little star here. See how the Gold Monster 1000 doesn't have that? That's the only extra key that you have to play with. Okay, so we're going to scan it without the little star on. Nice clean sound. You can hear the iron discrimination grunt.
The whole purpose of the new Echo Wave audio button is so that you can hear the sharp ping of a piece of gold in and amongst iron and other trashes, and hot rocks too.
Alright guys, just a little bit of a quick basic test there of the gold and what it sounds like on the Gold Monster 2000 versus the Gold Monster 1000. So this one here, you probably can't see that, Brad. There we go guys, it's only got just a tiny little bit of gold on it. The smallest amount possible. So let's see if the Gold Monster 2000 can pick that up. Easy.
Easy.
So what do you reckon? In the center of the coil?
Center of the coil, still reading one.
Easy,
Nice.
2 inches.
Yep.
That's crazy, eh? Here we go. So right down the bottom. Loud and clear. 1.5 inches. So you get the 2 inches, you just start to lose it on that one.
Yep.
I'd say that's at a height I would inspect. Now we're going to run them side by side to see what they sound like, because this is the big thing that they're trying to sell us on with these Gold Monsters, you know. The original Gold Monster has a reputation for being quite chattery, which means as you're walking up the creek, you're stopping a lot, you know, to test the target to see if it's actually something that isn't a hot rock or noisy ground. This only has one mode and it's pretty much turn on and go. The Gold Monster 2000 has 3 modes. It has difficult, normal, and benign is the 3rd mode as well. From what I've been told and what I've experimented with, you'll probably never ever use benign. I would only use benign mode if there was absolutely no mineralization in the ground, so maybe on a mullock heap or something like that. Otherwise, you're going to try your best to get into normal to get maximum settings on that machine. And if you're really struggling in the ground noise, run in difficult. It's no brainer. You're normally going to run around about 6 to 7 on the settings here. You don't really need to push. I don't reckon you need to go much harder than 7. They're sensitive machines anyway, guys. It literally just picked up sulfide gold on level 6. You know, so if it's going to pick up sulfide gold on level 6, then you're good. All right, so in my hand here, I've got the Gold Monster 1000. I'm in gold mode, 3/4 sensitivity, 3/4 volume. Couple of false sounds there. Now, 3/4 sensitivity, 3/4 volume, normal mode on the Monster 2000. Let's have a listen. A little wavery sound there, but not too bad. But there was no false signals in there at all, was there, Brad?
No.
All right, so definitely, without a doubt, it's a superior machine, that's for sure.
Look at him.
Timmy! So listen to this. This is a great example.
Yep.
Right?
So hot
Exact
rock.
Same settings.
Same settings.
Quiet as a mouse.
Yep.
In normal mode. Setting 6. Exact same settings of sensitivity. How annoying is that? Straight away. That's all you need to know between the 1000 and the 2000.
Whilst my initial testing, although not overly accurate, I didn't really see too much difference between the depth in the machines. I don't really think you're going to get that much more depth on a tiny 5-inch coil. Maybe you might see some variances with a larger coil. But the biggest difference with the two machines was that the Gold Monster 2000 run really smoothly, which at the end of the day means you're going to find more gold.
Quiet as a mouse. There you go, guys. That is all you need to know. I know which one I'd rather go up the creek with straight away.
Especially if you got headphones on.
Yeah.
So we put them together. So what's going on here, Nick?
That's the difference in technology, you know? This only has one channel.
The original Gold Monster only has a single VLF channel, which means it has to signal what it hears. The Gold Monster 2000 uses continuous multi-frequency engine, which means many frequencies simultaneously. That's why it's quiet when the two machines are put side by side. I'm now taking the machine into an area that I've flogged pretty hard with almost every machine on the planet. If I can find a piece of gold here, it'll be a small miracle. I truly believe the strongest point of the Gold Monster is its ability to discriminate trash from real gold. So I like to use it where mankind has been before and dug up old riverbeds and they've dug up old reefs. And this way you can pick up those beautiful tiny pieces of gold that the old timers missed in amongst the trash.
Here we go, guys. So I was able to discriminate the difference between a hot rock and other targets, and then I dug this one out of curiosity. Quite deep too, probably 4 inches, and it's an old pocket knife. So she's definitely doing a job. Okay guys, I'm turning on because I got a nice little sound here. Check out the board there. Little number 3. Now that might be a little bit of buckshot, but I'm on a pretty good mullet pole here, so let's have a bit of a closer look, shall we? So on the machine, that's reading as a 1. Little piece of buckshot, just there. But I haven't dug any steel today, which has been great for my back, that's for sure. All right, here's that soft sound I was describing earlier. Number 1, that's good. All right, so be interesting to see what happens. I'm just going to take a little scoop here. All right, it's got to be here somewhere. It's a hard one to get, I'll give him that. Now, this doesn't guarantee that it's gold, but all right. But it is coming up as a number 1, and that sounds pretty nice. So it could be gold, guys. It could be gold. Let's have a listen now. And that picked it up Loud and clear. It's only a broken sound. That's all we need. That's how his detector works. Alrighty. Alright. Oh, and there it is, baby. Got one. Brad's upset. Crazy, that heard that so easily. There you go, folks. Now, I have been over this with a Manicore, and I've been over this with the 6000 and 7000. And look at that. Jumped in, instantly picked one up, loud and clear. So it wasn't that very distinctive target signal like on the older Monster, but it still picked it up very easily anyway. It just broke the threshold. It was very easy to hear because it's running so smoothly. That's the thing you have to understand with these machines. Because they run so smoothly, you just find more gold. So guys, as I'm making my way through the bush here, this is what I love about the machine. Because it has target ID, let's say you get a nice strong target behind a tree. We look over, we can see 13. I know that's a hot rock. I don't even need to dig it, right? Now, I also love that if I'm going through here and let's say I get a higher number somewhere, 14, hot rock, ignore. Let's say, I think I had one down here. Let me see if it's still there. Where was it? Right. See how I'm getting to 49 now? I know that's actual real iron, right? So the beauty of that is if I suspected, oh, maybe someone's hidden a tin can with some gold in there or something like that, then I can get in there and dig that and know that I'm not digging a hot rock. You can't do that with the other machine. It does have iron discrimination, sure, but still many a times I've used that machine and the iron discrimination still picks up the hot rocks. There we go, folks, right on the buzzer. About an inch down, in amongst all the trash, just in there. Got a beauty. All right, that'll wrap me up.
So guys, I just wanted to let you all know my thoughts on the two machines. Whilst they both find gold, I found the target depth to be pretty much the same from my quick air test. However, the smoothness of the 2000 is a proper game changer. It allowed me to easily pluck a nice few nuggets from very, very challenging soil. In this world, you certainly do get what you pay for. I think if I was to choose, I'd still go with the 2000, purely because I know depth isn't everything. Especially in this game, a quiet machine can drastically increase your gold count. And I'm speaking from 15 years experience swinging detectors of all different kinds in all environments. So if you want to get your hands on a new Gold Monster 2000, there are dealers all over Australia. But if it doesn't matter to you who you buy from, then check out Outback Prospecting. I'm going to leave a link for his online store in my description. Or you can just Google Outback Prospecting. My friend who runs the shop is called John Porter. He's one of Minelab's machine testing operators, and his DNA is practically in this machine. It's been good having you guys, and I'll see you on the next adventure, where Marky and me, we're going to go hunt for the elusive Bunya Creek. See you then. Look at that, guys. We just found a crevice full of gold. And don't forget, guys, I too have also created an online course which tells you exactly how and where to find gold in Australia. Doesn't matter what state you come from and what level of prospecting you're at, I can guarantee you there's pointers in here that even the pros don't know. So get out there, guys, find some gold, and I'll see you on the next one.